What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today I'm here to talk about FlOw for Free-to-Play Friday. If you're not familiar with FlOw, that's probably plenty of good reasons. Mainly, it came out almost 10 years ago now. I believe it was originally developed around 2006. It was released on the PlayStation Network in 2007, and I believe my first encounter with it personally was on the PS3. Now, it was, I believe, a paid download via the PlayStation Network at that time. But the game is available for free via the creator's website, or I should say one of the developers, Genova Chen, who developed the game as part of his master's project, or master's thesis, I should say. The game itself is supposed to show a sort of proof of concept in game design where the difficulty with which one plays a game heavily relies on subconscious choices that can be made through implementing certain features when designing your game. If you haven't actually played the game before, and I highly recommend you do, with it being free, it's like a quick 10 megabyte download and you'll have access to the full game. You can even just play it within the web browser on Genova Chen's site. As you play it, you'll notice that you are an aquatic organism, and amid the alluring, relaxing music, you will devour these other organisms, generally smaller than you. Some, like the enemies you see right here, not quite so much. Now, any organism that is of a similar size, or, has any particular special parts that resemble a mouth, it's kind of abstract, so you won't always be able to tell until you see them start to devour other things that you would otherwise be eating. They will be able to devour you as well, so you will want to be careful with that. But part of the strategy to playing the game is figuring out exactly how to progress through the various floors. You can go up or down based on two sort of organisms that perpetually float around on the stage. A light blue or cyan one, which will allow you to go up and which decreases the difficulty, mainly because enemies will have either already been eaten or are generally less difficult closer towards what you would consider the surface level, or a darker red organism, which you'll see me eat multiple times throughout this, and will basically take you down a level. Now, you do get the opportunity to preview what is beneath you in the form of sort of vague shadows of the organisms that are below you. And for smaller organisms that you are just meant for you to devour and don't really have much other purpose other than allowing you to grow, they generally just look like dots floating around in the ether. For the more dangerous organisms, you will see much more activity and movement, and so this alerts you even before you go near it that something awaits you which may be a bit more dangerous, and you'll need to plan accordingly. As you get closer to the organisms, you will be able to notice their particular behaviors, them turning light blue, which means they are basically running away from you or fleeing, or turning an orange or dark red color, basically allowing them to, or just signaling that they are trying to devour you. And once everything is said and done, after you get closer towards the bottom or to the final level, you will start to fight more and more complex, heavily, or not heavily, that's not the best word, more creatures greater in size, things that are larger and further evolved. That will probably be the best way to say it. And when you finally are able to make it to the very last level, after devouring what ideally is a fully evolved or fleshed out version of yourself, of course it's going to be aggressive, you will be able to return back to the surface as a new organism and begin the game again. There are a few organisms in the game. I believe pretty much everything that you fight, you will eventually have the opportunity to become. And then you are able to sort of experience the game as all of this very theoretical ocean life. Either way, with the game again being free and the interesting concepts and especially the relaxing mood that it tends to put me in, I would again highly recommend that you guys give this a shot. If only to feel the really soothing, blissful melodies that are in the game. And you don't have to play it long. It's not a super long experience that you need to invest a lot of time in. I was able to clear, I believe, an entire set of levels to turn into another organism in about maybe 18 to 20 minutes. So feel free to take a look. I'll leave all the information in the description below. If you guys have played FlOw in the past, just tell me what you think about it. Like, what was the experience like for you? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? And why? Other than that, this has been Vermillion Phoenix, and thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate it. Until next time, have a good one.